Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Sotah page 18, which discusses the proceedings of a man who warned his wife, please do not seclude yourself with this particular man, and she does it anyway. They're witnesses, so she is brought to the courts, she's brought to the temple, and there she is tested with these waters, and if she is found innocent, then there's shalom, everything is fine, she can go back to her house. However, if she's found guilty, then of course her concoction of this water together with this mixture of God's name, which gets erased, causes her to have a terrible effect on her body, which ultimately will lead to her demise. Now, the question is, this husband, the first time that he suspected her, and it turns out that she's innocent, what happens if all of a sudden he sees that she does it again? He sees that she locks herself with another man. Let's say it's even the exact same guy. The question is he allowed to go through this entire proceeding again? Is he allowed to take her once again to the temple to have her tested? And therefore, maybe this could be repeated over and over and over. On this, the Talmud says it depends. According to all opinions, if we're dealing with her same husband, and we're also talking about it's the exact same guy that her husband suspects is having an affair with his wife, once it's been proven the first time that she was innocent, that she, even though she was secluded with him, in fact, did not have relations with this man, at that point, that's it. It is a done deal. We are not going to revisit this as a possibility in the future. So even if the husband says, I want her to be tested again, we no longer allow it. Which then itself, now it's based on a specific language of the verse. It says, Zos, this is the one time it's done, only in this particular situation. But we see that when a man who is suspecting his wife of committing adultery where she really didn't, so the first time, okay, he may have this ability, according to the Torah, he does, to be able to do something about it. But at a certain point, he should stop thinking this way about his wife, thinking the worst, assuming that for sure she committed adultery with this man. It's already been proven that even though she was with this man locked up, whether or not that was correct or not, doesn't matter, she didn't actually end up committing adultery. She remained faithful to you. She did not go with this other man. And therefore, you need to be able to recognize that. And because of that, you should no longer continue this line of thinking and just assume that maybe this time. The idea is that it needs to be removed from your mind, that there should be absolute clarity that even though maybe you had these thoughts, once it's been proven otherwise, that's it. You should no longer have to worry about it. Which is part of the reason we're also told over here there's something called Gilgal Shvua, that even though it's true, we're only testing her regarding this one time where she was actually caught being locked up in a room. She also has to say Amen, Amen. Why twice? Because she also has to say, not only was I faithful when it came to this situation, but also all other times as well. Because otherwise, this husband may think, okay, fine, maybe it was this time where she got caught locked up, where I knew that she did at least seclude herself. That's when she was innocent. But maybe there was tomorrow, maybe there was a week ago, maybe it was a month ago. And therefore, he'll always have this in his mind. And therefore, when she drinks this, she also has to say that I'm telling you that I was faithful all along. And therefore, even though up until this point there was this question of doubt in his mind, now he has to accept her and recognize that she was faithful. And continuing to go down this dark road of thinking that maybe she'll be guilty again is something that the Torah does not want. Rather, it wants you to have closure regarding this and to be able to move on and hopefully build a healthy relationship.